Hey there, welcome back to the table. We gotta try to salvage this mission that I'm. It it's 100% my fault that I'm playing this badly, or that this mission is going badly. Um, I exposed way too many things, which caused way too many creatures to spawn all at once, and of course I'm trying to be selfish at the same time. Like I want to explore every bookshelf. I want to open every chest. Um, and I'm basically there's a completionist in me when I play games like this, and this game is not allowing me to be a completionist, and it triggers me, and it's not like a rational thing. Like I here's the thing. I am absolutely positive that the designers of this game are well aware that I'm not going to be able to uncover every nook and cranny. I'm not going to be able to turn over every stone, search every bookshelf. Like, they know that. And so the rewards are rich, meaning that even if I only do two of the three bookshelves, I'm still going to get enough rewards that I can continue the game and have a good time. Uh, but in my head, I see that there's four bookshelves, so I want to explore all four. I'm still triggered by that chest that went into the lava, and we never got to finish opening it. So it's just like that's what I mean by it's irrational. But I want to do that, and I think the dungeon romps that I enjoy are the ones where I do get to do that. And in fact, I even will choose to do that in lieu of finishing a mission on time or whatever. I'll at least push my luck in that regard. And that's what I'm doing here is I'm pushing my luck. I'm constantly searching things while there's enemies roaming around shooting at me. And um anyways, one thing I am noticing is I'm looking at the app here. So if you pay enough attention, you'll see that like for example that I can interact with, but the tables I can't. We figured that out. The chest over here is gone, and I forgot to remove it. So I'm gonna go back here and take this chest away. And then the other thing is, I have to I have to be conscious about Cyrus here only has 3 health, and he's carrying a book, which of course is what's necessary to complete this quest. We got 3 out of 11, right? We need to get a whole bunch more. Um, the issue with Cyrus is that if he fills up with fatigue, he starts taking damage, and that's what the problem is. Now this is not on the heal side. So if I flip this over, that's great, but and he can heal himself once fatigue gets on the card, but that's going to cost an action, and then of course he's going to gain fatigue. So you only get 3 actions. I can turn them into 3 moves, which is going to be 12 spaces, right? If I can't move 12 spaces, now I'm only moving 8 spaces just so I can get rid of 2 of the fatigue. Now, granted, this guy's only going to give me 2 fatigue, so that might be a good trade-off, right? We'll spend one of our actions to get rid of this, and then this will put the fatigue back on. And then once it's over on the other side, then we can do an action to heal. And we'll heal 2 health, which will get us out of the red, right? Because we're down to 3. And, each fatigue on the card actually will provide us with health. So we'll get 2 health points, and it automatically flips the card. So I'll get rid of the fatigue again. It's not a bad strategy, and I think that's what I'm going to have to do. The thing that I'm contemplating in my mind is, do I pick up another one along the way and another one along the way? That's 6 fatigue, folks, and it takes an action to pick up each one of those. And my answer is no, I can't. I'm going to have to do it with a different character like Kelly here, who has the ability to go get something. The problem with Kelly, of course, is she's between two monsters, And I am very positive that when I ended this with us starting the turn. So what I don't remember is how much of Galadin's bookshelf did I explore, and how much of that bookshelf did I explore. And then, of course, Varix is next to one, and then he's next to that bookshelf, which probably has another. Varix has 6 health. Almost all the fatigue on him is gone, because we have been trying to improve upon that. Or I've been spending actions getting rid of his fatigue. And Galadin is very heavy on the fatigue, so probably has to spend at least one action to get rid of some fatigue. So let's go ahead and get started. And then just because it's been a day since I last recorded, I need to check on the feats. So attack an undamaged enemy with your blades. Galadin could do that. Interact with a shelf. So I need to do one more shelf. Resolve enemy activation without any hero being wounded. Okay, that's hard to do, but we'll try it. And then interact before anybody else. So I got to do that one more time for Kelly. That's what I was looking at, is does she need to go first? So my issue with Kelly is I got this infection. So that's going to cause me to take a damage every round. So I think no matter what, I need to flip this. So I'm going to do that, and that gets rid of 3 of her fatigue. So now I'm on the crossbow side, which is not a high damaging side, but I do get rid of the 3 fatigue, which is good. And since she's going first, I have a move action, and then I have a I can do a regular action. So her move action is she gets to move 3. So I would do 1, 2, 3, and yes, that is going to put me in the lava, which makes me take a scar. So I'm putting her scar on a card that now has 2 scars. So that would be 4 damage if that card ever flips. And I basically just have to play this game like I'm never flipping that card. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and, with her last action, I could keep moving, but I'm going to go ahead and get an attack in on this thing, because I do need to kill these guys. It would have been nice to... Well, you know what? I'm going to attack with the hammer first. And then the last action is I'll flip. I'll flip this last. So we're going to attack with the hammer, but the hammer is filled up with fatigue. So here it says for 2 fatigue, I can ignore the die and just add 3 stars. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to attack with the hammer. So we're going to go ahead and attack the zealot. Yes. Oh, but see, attacking with the zealot makes the bandit get a bunch of... yeah, this isn't good. But we're going to go ahead and do it. And, yeah, random enemy is going to get 2 extra damage on its next attack. And so I rolled a 2, which is not a lot. Oh, yeah, that's all I can do is 2. So, 2. And all it did was 5 damage. I mean, this thing has 1,000,000 hit points. So yeah, her turn's over, and she's right next to him. So she's probably the one that's going to get this next attack. And I don't think there's much I can do to help there. Now, Cyrus here. Now, yeah, hold on. The feat is going to be completed. So then we have attack an enemy with your hammer while you have an injury. Does she have an injury right now? I know 2 of my characters do. I think she does have an injury. No, Galadin's the other one that's injured. Or defeat an enemy who has 2 or more statuses. We'll try it. I just don't know. It might be a while. Okay, Cyrus. So if I spend 1 action, I'm going to flip this over, which will get rid of the fatigue. That's our plan. I'm already carrying a blue token, so I think I need to just get that handed in. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that moves me to there. And then I have one more action left, right? I'm too far away to shoot. So I'm thinking I'm just going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to go near this thing because that could open up another... you know what? I am going to open it because I think this is going to just be another set of stairs. So this will probably be famous last words for me. Yep, it's another set of stairs. It just happened to be one more left. So it's telling us to put the stairs there. And then 6A, and it looks like there's a treasure chest. And then it looks like I'm putting 2 of these. So I have one. I can't find my other one. I'm going to pause. Okay, I got it all figured out, and I apologize. You did miss. It put 2 blue tokens there, and those, of course, are more of our objective, which I think now we have the full map is revealed. So I have one more blue token there. I don't think I have to do anything with that shelf anymore. This shelf should be done. So I got these 2 blue tokens here. I got 2 blue tokens here. I think Galadin has a blue token in that shelf, and then I think Varix has a blue token in the shelf and then one there as well. But with Galadin, our quest is that he needs to attack people who are undamaged with his sword. This bandit here is undamaged, so I could with his movement, his free movement, go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I won't be close enough. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish exploring the bookshelf with Galadin, and then we're going to take off from there. But the first action is I'm going to get rid of all this fatigue for Galadin, because I do need Galadin to have room for the fatigue, although this one only takes 2, which stinks. And so that's action 1. Action 2 is to have Galadin actually go to the bookshelf, and you can see searching the book is the only one left, so we'll go ahead and do that, and we will rescue the book. So he does have a token, and I'm now committed to get that thing saved, and we're up to 4 now out of 11. And I apologize, the top of the screen is, and it looks like we're getting some glare too, so I'll move it a little bit. There, that's a little better. Sorry, I don't always look through the camera. Okay, so we are, tick, tick, tick. Galadin is now carrying his little time bomb. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We're well within range of the bandit. And of course he doesn't have any attacks left or anything, so it just is what it is. Varix. If I take 2 tokens, I'm going to be gaining 4. I just can't carry 2 tokens. I mean, it's just 4 fatigue is like filling up all of his cards in one turn, and then after that he's taking 4 damage, and that's just too much damage. It's really hard to take more tokens. So Varix is going to pick up the token that he has. So we're going to go ahead and pick up that token. Whoops. Yep, we're going to rescue the researcher. And yes, now we're up to 5 out of 11. And the bookshelf is just going to have to sit for now. And maybe we'll send, what's his name, to go to the bookshelf. And Varix gets 3 movement points as natural. And he'll use his last action to do 1, 2, 3 more. So he's almost out. So that's the plan, and I think it's a decent plan. But we gotta now hit end turn, which completely blows. And so here we go. So resolve infection and terror. We got rid of our infection, and everybody gets to discard 1 fatigue, which is extremely important. So Varix is going to get rid of this one. Cyrus will get rid of this one. Over here, for Kelly, we're going to get rid of one of the ones where the scars are, because we can do that. And then we could just put more on later. And then Galadin has one up here for his prowess. So that was excellent. And here, Jason can get rid of 3 conditions, and these are considered conditions, those scars. So we can potentially use that potion. All right, let's hit continue. And then now both of these guys are taking 4 damage because they were in the lava. And then we start with the bandit, who's going to go after Galadin. And of course he's going to try to do 6 damage because we went after the zealot first, and that was not a good idea. And it is a melee attack, so you know, it doesn't say like I could do this to cheese it and give him afflicted and doomed again, but I'm going to go ahead and move it straight because I think that's the way to do it. And yeah, this is going to be brutal. 6 damage is a lot of damage. And I'm going to be engaged, which means I don't have any movement points. I did block 3 of it, which is great. And yeah, I didn't want to use this, even though it was too late anyways. There's no lightning. There's only 1 lightning bolt on the whole die. You want to use it when you're rolling your blue die. Okay, but that's still 3 damage, and he's down to 5 health as a result. So that's not good, but I'm going to go ahead and hit done. And then the Zealot is targeting Varix, which is a range 3 attack. And right now, 1, 2, 3, he doesn't have to move. But because he's still there, I'm going to... he's still in the lava. So I'm going to doom him again. And so he's doing a 4 damage. It says, after rolling dice, if the target did not roll a lightning bolt, they infect their hero card. So he rolls orange, which has a real good chance of a lightning bolt. And there it is. He got himself a lightning bolt, so he doesn't have to infect his card. That's going to, at minimum, block 2. So here, add 1 success and a hero. Any hero may discard 1 condition. So I'm going to do that. And so that blocks 2 of the 4. So he takes 2 damage. So he's dropping down to 4 health. Like so. And the hero condition we're going to get rid of is one of these scars. So Varix is like a must-have. All right. The floor gives away. Oh, which one? Oh, it's the one that Galadin's on. Part of the room disappears. Shift each figure on 3A. Yeah, that's the one Galadin's on. To those locations. So that means we're both on the fire. And now we put 2A. Yeah, I mean, there's a timer going on here. We gotta get these done. The good news is the Galadin side that this just happened on. We have that completely done. There's nothing left. So so here you can see we're in the lava now. And then of course that's what's left. And the thing that stinks is I'm next to him, So I'm not going to be able to move around him. So that's what hurts. Now it says the flames continue to rise. So that just means the other ones are going to... and then everybody's going to suffer 2 fatigue that has one of those tokens. So for example, Galadin here is going to get 2 fatigue. And then Kelly doesn't get any, but Cyrus will. Yep, I'll give him 2 there. And then Varix gets 2. I'm going to put 1 on this card, and then I have to put 1 there, unfortunately. Okay. So then there's an incantation. The Zealot is going to do something to Kelly. Sorry, I have to move the camera around so much. Okay, it is our turn. Kelly no longer has to go first. Kelly is... Basically, we're moving Kelly that way to go get the blue tokens. This is probably going to be the next one that melts. Kelly is currently in the lava, so we got to get her out of the lava, of course. She already took her scar for going in. She has the crossbow, which isn't the highest damaging thing. And unless I kill that bandit, every time I attack that zealot, the bandit gets 2 extra damage. This is really a bad situation. It's the best way to put it. I think what I need to do is, I hate to say this, but I think I have to leave the zealot alive for a bit. I think I want Kelly to hurry up and get somewhere. And she is down to just 5 health, so she's not like... Oh man, this is a tough choice. I need to kill the zealot. And so I could do 2 attacks with Kelly and then like move. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to move first. I am next to this thing, so that means I only get 1 movement because I'm engaged. So that's the part that blows. So all of her movement points are gone. And then, yeah, I'm going to have to do 2 attacks on this thing because otherwise he's going to get engaged and then he's going to lose all of his movement. So, and I need him to get over here so we could drop this thing off. So, yeah, Kelly has to attack. I was tempted to switch to the hammer because it does 3 damage instead of 2, but it cost me a whole action to do that, and it's really a tough choice. So let's go after the zealot again, which is going to increase the damage of the bandit, and Kelly rolls a black die, and I rolled 3 successes, and I'm looking... So there is one where she could take a fatigue during your test and add 1 success for each fatigue that's on this card. That's her I got this. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a fatigue, put it on that card, and there's 2 fatigue on there now, and add 2 more successes. So we're going to get a lot of hits with this. So she has 3, and then she just added 2 more. And that's 10 damage. That's really good. And remember, this guy's going to take 4 damage. Because he's still afflicted. And I'm going to go ahead and attack 1 more time. And we're going to roll. This time I only have 2. And I don't believe I can add anything to this one. I do have the ability to take 2 fatigue to re-roll the die, but I don't want to be taking a bunch of fatigue. I need to save it so I can pick up those blue tokens. So I'm only adding 2. And that was only 2 damage. This is tough. And yeah, all the time he's adding 2 damage to that bandit and 2 more damage to that bandit. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Varix. Or no, I am going to go with Cyrus. Cyrus has an action here. It says an enemy in line of sight suffers 2 damage for each fatigue on this card, then flip this card. So this is 2, 4, 6 damage within the line of sight. Oh, I got an even better plan. I got a better plan. Yeah, let's just hold off on that. We're going to do Varix next. So he's going to get his 3 movement of 1, 2, 3. He has his reach weapon, so he's going to spend one of his actions here. This one. Attack an enemy. During the attack, add 2 success. After this attack, flip the card. Do I need to do that? This guy's got 6 health. This thing does 3 damage each. He's going to roll a blue die. Yes, I do. And then by flipping the card, I'm going to get rid of my fatigue. So I'm okay with that. And then to do the attack, he's rolling a blue die. He has 1 success, so let's get this out of the way. He has 1 success. The lightning bolt will give him... Well, he's got a lot of choices. He can add 2 more successes because of this. But because of that, he already has 2. He's going to add 1. That should be more than enough to kill the guy at 3 damage each. And instead, what he's going to do is he's going to discard a condition on any hero, and we're going to get rid of that other scar. So that's how we're going to combo platter it. Because he rolled the lightning bolt, this is a really powerful ability. You can see during your attack, he can add 2 successes. That would have done a crap ton of damage, but we're already in great shape here. And you can see the guy's dead. And we got some herbs and a Toxos, which is really good, and a Nightfall Tail recipe. I don't even know what that is, but we're going to find out later. So this guy is finally dead. And then we have one more action. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, and I'm actually going to just move 2 because I only need to be next to it. I don't need to be anywhere else. So his turn's over, and he will end up gaining some fatigue for this, but he's ready to hand in. Unfortunately, he can't do it. I think that costs an action to do. So now we go to Cyrus. And line of sight for Cyrus, this is what I was getting at. Cyrus is standing right here. Look at that. He has line of sight all the way up the freaking steps. So I'm going to close that. And his ability, again, just a refresher, is for 1 action, he can do 2 damage for each fatigue on this card. So that's 6 damage. And then, of course, he's going to flip the card. That gets rid of the fatigue that's on him, too. And I also have this where I'm supposed to put fatigue on it so he can heal. But I, of course, didn't do that last time. So we're going to do 6 damage to this guy. So I think what you can do is just go here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, like that. And I don't know how you commit that. Like, it looks like it committed. Okay, so he's down to 7 health now. And that's the part that I needed to do. Okay, so for his movement, he gets 4. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That forces him to take a scar. So he'll go ahead and put that on. He doesn't have his wand equipped. He has his staff that's melee. It does have reach, though. I guess I'll put the scar on that. And then he has 1 more action. And that's the problem. So he's in the same boat as Varix. So we're just going to move him here and end his turn. So he's at least ready to hand in. Okay. Last but not least is Galadin. And Galadin's got a problem. Because Galadin is unable to have his movement points. Because he's engaged, or whatever the term is that they use. So, he does have an ability that for 1 fatigue, he can do a shift 1. Now, shift is movement points that ignore engage excuse me, ignore engagement. So the problem is shift 1 only gets him to here, and then he's still engaged. This thing has 7 health left. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I just got to kill the sucker. The problem is my true aim crossbow is the one that's equipped, and it only does 2 damage each. This thing has 7 health. It's not going to be fun, because if I attack him twice... I'm sorry, not the crossbow, but the his bloodwood bow. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the prowess. I will add a fatigue to it, and I'm going to take the gamble that I'm going to roll a lightning bolt. I gotta hope that that happens. I'm going to attack him with my bow, because to switch weapons would require me to waste an action. So we're going to attack with the bow, and he rolls a blue die, so let's hope the magic happens. And it does. We rolled that advantage and the lightning bolt. So now his bow can take 2 fatigue. If it does, I can add another success. The problem I have is he's going to be full up on fatigue. So what I'm going to do instead is I am going to take 1 fatigue for him to do the shift 1 before we attacked. So I would, because that's a free movement point. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. He does have to take a scar for that. So I'm going to put that scar on his prowess ability. And then I will take another fatigue to add a success. So because he had an advantage, and then he has the lightning bolt where he can, it's really just going to be 1 more. He could have taken a fatigue to prepare a card, and unfortunately he can't do that. He's going to take some damage. Oh, it says after you convert advantage, remember he's been injured before, so he's got this tired of it. I can't do it, so I got to take the fatigue back. I would have to take 2 fatigue. I don't have room for it, so I can only take 1. So yeah, I'm basically attacking him, and I'm getting 1 success. Oh, the prowess gives me a second one, because that skill, that gambling skill that I did, he is weak to pierce. So I will get extra damage because of that. And oh my goodness, that was 6 damage to him. And then after the attack, the enemy shifts 2 away from the hero. And so he can't go this way. So I'm going to go ahead and move him 1, 2. Now he moved through the lava, so that means I get to sicken him again. Afflicted and doomed. He's going to die. So because he moved out of the way now, I can use my 2 actions to get full movement points. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, unfortunately, I'm in the same boat again. I'm 1 short. So I'm going to go 1, 2 to there. And he's going to take some damage because he doesn't have the ability to get rid of his... you know what? Instead of just moving 2 spaces, I'm going to use his last action to flip a card. And that'll make it so he doesn't take any damage. We're going to flip this card right here. And it does mean, though, I lose the focus. The focus is worthless in this game. So I'm going to flip that back over. So now he has room to take more fatigue. And that's his last action. And it's okay, because there was no point in using an action just to move 2 spaces. So that'll make it so he can take fatigue 1 more time. And that ends our turn. And this bandit's going to die on his own. So the fact that he did that smoke thing actually helped us. So we're going to go ahead and end the phase. Alright, this is just usual text. Each hero may discard one, so I'm going to take one off of Varix. Cyrus actually doesn't have any, which is amazing. I'm going to take one off of Kelly. Yep, I'm going to take I got this one off. And then Galadin's going to take one off his bow. Alright, so that's very helpful. The bandit's going to suffer 4 damage. And then it's going to die. And he dropped a star-touched wand, which I'm assuming belongs to Cyrus. Let's see what kind of wands he has. I'm trying to pick up his cards, and there it is. He got himself a star-touched wand. That's a 3 damage wand. That's good. During your attack, afflict and doom the enemy and each other enemy. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the upgraded side. For 1 fatigue, during your attack, afflict the enemy and each enemy adjacent. That's still pretty good. Anyways, he can't use it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and grab it. He can equip it later. And then, of course, we're going to suffer 2 fatigue. Everybody is. So everybody has one except for Kelly. So we're going to start with, like, for example, Galadin's going to get 2. And then Cyrus, we're going to give 2. And we'll put it on his heal card, right? So he can use it to heal. And then Varix over here, we're going to put it on his Destiny's Call. There. And nothing's sunk in the ground. It's our turn again. So I'm going to start with Cyrus. We're going to hand in one of these tokens. So let's do that. So you have 1 or more Explore tokens in your play area. You may either heal 2 damage or discard 2. So we're going to heal 2. So he's going to go up to 5 health. So that is super duper helpful. Then he's going to discard his Explore token. Done. And sorry if it's not easy for you to read. The camera angle is just down enough that it cuts off the top sometimes. Trying to be mindful of that. Okay, the next thing is that he's going to use this to get rid of these. And that's going to heal him for 2 more. So we're going to flip that over. And now he's up to 7 health. He's actually at full health. And then last but not least, he gets to move 4 spaces. And we have a bookshelf over there that he needs to go and visit. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I got to kill this bandit. And so he's on his way. And of course, that is probably going to melt into the fire soon. But that's all we can do. Next up, Varix is right next to him. So Varix is going to do the same thing. And it's the same message. He's going to get rid of his token. And then he gets healed too. And he will. He's down to 4 health. So he's going to go up to 6. And then Varix could take 2 fatigue to go up to 8. Because he has the ability to heal. The problem with that is then, of course, he can't go pick up tokens. So I don't know what's the right call there. The right call would have been to get rid of 2 fatigue tokens instead of healing 2. I'm going to leave it be because there's no enemies on the board. And so then he gets to move 3 spaces. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And that, of course, forces him to take a scar. He'll put that on his wand or his spear. And then he'll move 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So now he's going to pick up that token soon. Then we have Galadin. It's going to use one of his 4 movement points to go here and hand in. And he's got the same option. He can heal 2. And he's at 5 health, so he's going to go up to 7. And he still has 3 more movement. So again, 1, 2, 3. He will take a scar. He's going to put it on his prowess ability. And let's see, that was 2 actions. He's got 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to try to go up the stairs and get that token back there. Now we got Kelly. She's going to move her 1, 2, 3. and she's next to that token, but we're going to do another action to move here, and we're going to try to open that chest. Completionist is triggering, and she tests will. The good news about her is she gets +1 will. In fact, agility is the only thing that Kelly has negative. And there you go. There's 2, 3, and then she has a lightning bolt, but it says add 1, and if you're adjacent to a chest, she gets to add 2 instead. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the will makes it 6. And she could take fatigue to go to 7 or 8. The problem is she wants to pick up these tokens, and if she's taking fatigue, that's not going to really help her. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 6, and let's hope that that's enough. It was not. So then she's going to just do her last action. Nope, that was her last action. So we're done. I got to hit end phase, and there's going to stuff's going to spawn. Something's coming. All right, we get to each discard 1. So I'm going to go ahead and discard fatigue from everybody. Cyrus still doesn't have any, but all 3 others did. So that was good. Nobody's carrying anything. Well, yeah, Galadin's not carrying anything anymore. So we don't gain any more fatigue. Oh, we got a free round there. Thank goodness. Thank you, FFG. Okay. So let's get to business. I'm going to start with Kelly, and we're going to finish this this chest. And I'm going to test her will, and I rolled 5. And then there is no lightning bolt, so she doesn't get to add her bonus, but 5 is pretty good. That should be enough to open this sucker, and it is. And I got to shut the sound down because I don't want... So 3 leather, 6 metal, 5 curios, 4 minerals, and 9 bone. So all the good, wholesome stuff we need. If anything, I can sell a little bit of it to get some money. And yeah, the chest is gone. And that's what I mean. I think the developer, designers know, hey, you're not going to get to open everything. And it wasn't like that stuff was game breaking. And so then for the next action, we're going to go ahead and pick this one up. Oh, I got to drag her onto it. So it's saying that this is a researcher, and I'm saying, yep, I'm going to rescue the researcher. So I'll put that on her. And I'm also going to just move 2 of her 3 movement points, and I'm going to stop because I want to pick this one up too. We're going to get both and take it home. Try to win this mission. Okay, so that's her turn. We're up to 6 out of 11. Then we're going to go ahead and do Galadin here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he's going to do 1, pick this up, 2, 3, 4. I'm assuming that that bookshelf has already been fully explored. It has not. Uh-oh. There is a search books option. And I thought I could cancel that. I can cancel it. So he was what? He was here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll just treat it as if he explored the bookshelf instead. Because I didn't actually explore this yet. So we'll go ahead and search the books. And yeah, I'm going to rescue the book. So now he's got 1. And it looks like he's going to have to take 2. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so his turn is over, unfortunately. And then we got Cyrus, who's right next to 1. So I'm going to go ahead and rescue that researcher. Oh, wrong person. That was Varix. But that's okay. I'm just going to put it on Varix. I meant to say Varix. I dragged Cyrus instead. But that's Varix, and then we're going to go ahead and move Varix back. So we will go 1, 2, 3. He takes a scar. We're going to put that on his spear. And then 1, 2, 3. He's ready to hand in next round. Then Cyrus is the only one left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then we're going to interact with the bookshelf. And I think there's full bookshelf actions here. So Cyrus is going to have several things to do there. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and search the bottles first. And it gained a mage dust. I've never had one of those before. And then he completed his feat. Attack an enemy you have not attacked before. Attack Fey and Spectres with your wand. We've never run into any Fey or Spectres yet, except for that one mission. There was one Fey, so I'll pick the other one. And unfortunately, our turn is over already. So I'm going to hit end phase. Everybody gets to discard 1. So I got that for 3 of the 4. Cyrus still doesn't have any. Uh-oh, you hear sounds of Uthuk echoing down the halls, so more enemies are coming. And then I'm going to put 2 fatigue on Galadin. 2 on Kelly. And 2 on Varix. Done. Okay, we get one more round before they show up, but they're coming. Alright, I'm going to start with Cyrus again. We're going to do action. We're going to search the baubles. And the following item has been added are 5 curios. Okay, that's not that exciting. And then we're going to go ahead and rescue the book. So I'm at 9 out of 11. Gosh, where's the other 2? Oh, they're on the ground. We haven't picked them up yet. And then we got to get out of Dodge. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's well on his way, but Varix is going to hand in his person. Oh, the game's keeping track that Varix has nothing in his inventory because it's Cyrus that has him in his inventory. So it's because I screwed up. I used Cyrus to pick up that one instead of him. The game actually knows that, and it's not letting me do this action. I don't know how to fix that, except what I'm going to do is, like, when Kelly picks up another one, I'll just have him pick it up, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and do Kelly's turn, and she will pick up that one. And yeah, we're going to rescue the researcher, and we're at 10 out of 11. And so with Kelly picking this up, oh crap, it was supposed to be him. Never mind, that was stupid of me. So we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3 with Kelly. Her turn's over. She does take a scar. We'll put it on her. I got this card. I got one more chance. Galadin over there has to pick this one up. I'll have Varix pick it up. Rescue the researcher. Oh, and Animus just showed up. Oh no, Kelly's eyes go wide. The Animus aren't ready to be activated. I was so satisfied with the modifications that I wanted to try something different with this one. I made this Animus. Kelly chooses strong or sturdy. I'm assuming this one's hit points and that one's damage. I'm going to go ahead and say strong. Yep, it has increased attack. Oh, there's another one. So let me get the first one out. And then we got to get another one. I'll tell you what, this mission has been kicking my butt, and I'm stressed out the entire time. But I'm having a good time. Like, okay, it's not going the way I want. I wish I would have restarted. But I think that FFG's, like, this is tense. I'm feeling a level of intensity with this that, you know, I'm nervous. I really am. Two Animuses not necessarily a good thing here, but the good news is they're very far away right now. So we have to defeat the Animus. That's our final objective. And of course, I still have to hand crap in. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on here. All right. So, so here's the deal. I had him pick it up to fix the Cyrus mistake, but this is actually going on Gallatin. And then now I'm going to resume normal schedule here and have him go and hand it in. And sure enough, it's letting me do it now. Okay, so he's at 6 out of 8 health. So I am going to go ahead and heal 2. So he's up to full health. And we still got 2 more actions with him, because he did the hand in. And I think what I'm going to do is, like, we need to kill both of these Animus, but I want to let them walk down the stairs towards us. So I'm really just going to go here and just wait. And in fact, I'm tempted to, like, if this thing starts flashing, I'm getting off of this thing. And then we're going to just wait here at the entrance and just kill them on safe ground. But the Uthuk thing is going to happen. There's going to be enemies spawning soon. This is going to get ugly really quick with the Animus and the Uthuk both showing up at the same time. But let's keep going. We took Cyrus's turn first, if I remember correctly. Yes, because he has not put any fatigue on him yet. So then we have Gallatin. And like I said, Gallatin would have spent 1 action to pick up that token that what's-his-face did instead. So then Gallatin moves 1, 2, 3, 4. And then with his next action, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so his turn's over. And we're at the end. So I got to hit end turn here. So we get to discard a fatigue, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and grab 1 off of everybody. Obviously, Cyrus still doesn't have any, but he will very soon. And the Animus is only going to move 3 spaces. 1 hero adjacent to it becomes a target and gets scars. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So he'll move 3 spaces. I'm going to just go ahead and hit done. And the next one's going to move 3 spaces as well. And there's going to be more stuff spawning, but let's go ahead and get these guys moved. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Like so. Alright, I'm going to hit continue. And oh my goodness. Okay, so a Fae. And I don't know what that 2 means. I think it... So the Fae is coming, a Wolf is coming, and a Bandit is coming. Yeah, I can't click on them yet. But let's grab a Fae. I got it. They're all orange, huh? A Wolf, a Bandit, and then I got to steal an orange from one of the other guys. Alright. So I'm not going to move the camera yet. I just want to make sure I get everybody out. Who's who? So that's the Fae. That one is the Wolf. So the Fae is actually in the lava. The Wolf is not. And then this guy is right on the edge. Okay, I'm wondering if this is like, they have like bonuses or something. So then each hero is going to suffer 2, and that's, so what's going to happen is the only heroes that are carrying them right now is Kelly has 2, so she's going to get 4. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, all are going to go on her weapon. And then over here for Gallatin, he's going to get 2 on his primary card, and then 2 more on his bow, and he's actually full. So we got to get him home, or he's going to take some damage, or flip one of his cards. And then the Wolf slips into shadows, so the Wolf gets removed from the map, but that just means that he's going to attack Next turn, he's just going to jump out of nowhere and attack somebody, which that part's never good. Okay, so see how these guys have the 2s? They have numbers next to them. I actually don't know what that means. So I think it might mean that's they're like a level 2 strength. Because look at this guy's got 30 health, 36 health. Whereas the bandit here, has 20 health. I'm wondering if that's what the 2 means, is that they're just stronger. And that might be what they mean by, like when you're doing some of your, these feats. Attack an enemy has 2 or more statuses. That's just, that's the affliction thing. Which, by the way, the Fae gets it. Because he's in the lava. Jerk. Alright, it is our turn. I do have 2 of us are able to fight. Cyrus, by the way, has a token on him. So I need to put 2 fatigue on him. So I will do that right now. And yeah, let's get Cyrus to hand in his goodies. So he moves 1, 2, 3, 4, and then unfortunately he's going to spend 1 more movement action just to do this. And he will hand it in though. And it does let him heal 2, but he's full health. So he's going to remove 2 of his fatigue tokens, which is just fine. Alright, and then he has more movement points. But I don't know where to move him, because like he's out of actions. So I think what I'm going to do is just put him out of the way, and then also off the potential of falling into the lava. We're just going to put him on the grass right here, so he's close enough to move in and attack something next round. But right now there's nothing for him to attack. And then hopefully if they're targeting him, he's too far away for them to target. That's the idea. Okay, his turn's over. I got a problem. This guy, I'm going to have to run through the lava, because if I go into this one spot here, well, actually no, I can go 1, 2, take a, whatchamacallit, a scar. Here we go, and then go 3, 4, and I just have to use another, I didn't mean to take that away. I have to use another movement, of course, to get there, because you can't end your movement there. But as long as you use multiple movement actions, you're fine. And, of course, he's going to end his turn, handing in his 2 tokens. So if you have 1 or more, so it's not per token, it's just, so he's handing in 2 tokens, and he can heal 2, which he will do, because he's at 7. So he'll heal up to 9. And he has no actions left. He just has movement. So he's going to go onto the grass as well. And just wait. And then we have Kelly needs to do a hand in. So she needs just 1 movement point to do it. So we're going to move her in. She's going to hand in. She gets the same message. Now they're all handed in. We got everything, all 11 of them are handed in. So now I can focus on just the battle. Kelly is only at 5 health, so she's going to take 2 more to get up to 7. And she does have a lot of fatigue on her, but we're going to go ahead and get her in position. And what she's going to do actually is, instead of attacking, she's actually going to flip her crossbow to the hammer side, and that's going to get rid of 4 of her fatigue and also put her on the higher damage side, because the crossbow only does 2 damage. So we want to do more damage. And we know that the hammer is going to be really good against the Animus. So we need her for that. Now, she has 2 more movement points left, and I got the same problem, and I think I'm just going to stand here and wait. Now, I moved this guy up here to deal with them, and I don't want to. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and use the spear to attack the Fae. So we're going to do 2 attacks on the Fae and just see what we can do. Alright, so let's get this in. And how are we doing on time? We're at 1 hour exactly. So flip this around. We're going to attack the Fae with the Lunar Spear. And we use a blue die. I rolled 2 successes. Yep, that's all I can do. And we're going to go ahead and hit confirm. And we did 6 damage, which is great. And then who was it that needs to attack somebody with 2 statuses? We must have already done that. And here, resolve any enemy activation without any hero being wounded. I don't know how you tell them that no hero has been wounded. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do it again. Because we've had like the bandit activated and nobody got wounded. So I don't know. There's something I need to do to fix that. Alright, we got a lightning bolt this time, which we can turn into 2 successes with our spear. And I guess that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and hit confirm. And of course we do 6 more damage. It's down to 18, which is fine. And yeah, I don't know, like how do I say that we resolved an enemy activation without a hero being wounded? Or wounded may mean something different than I do. Like, I think wounded means that they're less than full health. Maybe there's an actual... Maybe wounded is like this. That's a minor wound. And we got we have 2 characters that are wounded right now, so that's why we're not moving up on the chart. I got to start a new mission where we're all at full health again. And if that's the case, I was making this game a lot harder on me when I was... Because there's like that thing that says anybody who's wounded, you get a scar, or everybody else gets fatigue. And I was giving everybody else fatigue, remember? With the wolf. I was giving everybody else fatigue when I thought they were wounded, but that just meant that they had... I thought wounded meant that they had less than full health. And this game, by the way, FFG does not do a good job of explaining the keywords, but let's try the rules reference. Maybe it's in here. Yeah, right here. If the hero's health is ever reduced to 0, they're wounded. So I was misinterpreting that. My apologies in previous playthrough or previous videos. But yeah, that's good to know. The wolf, of course, I was giving myself all these fatigue issues when I didn't have to. Alright, we're at the end. So we're going to hit end phase. We do get to discard 1, and I will. Cyrus has none. Kelly is now at none. And Galadin has 1,000,000, but we'll get rid of a few of his. Or just 1. The Fae takes 4 damage. Alright, so again, they're not targeting each other, which stinks. But the bandit is going to try to shoot Galadin. 2 spaces away. He's going to move 3. The bandit is here. So 1, 2, 3, and then Galadin is 1, 2, 3 spaces away. So he can't hit anybody, actually. There's nobody 2 spaces away after he moved 3. So he's just moving 3, and I'm going to go ahead and inflict him. He's going to be afflicted and doomed. And his turn's over. So now the wolf. Place the wolf adjacent to the hero with the most wounds or fatigue suffered. It attacks that hero. So it's going to attack Galadin. And I'm going to put the wolf right here. Well, that's going to cause me to be engaged. Do I really want that? Yeah, I'm okay with that. And so then he's going to try to attack Galadin for 3 damage. Galadin rolls a black die, and he blocks 2 of it. So he will take 1 wound, or one health, and that's fine. Then we have the Fae trying to target Kelly. It's going to move 4 spaces, and it has a range of 3. While moving, this enemy ignores elevation, terrain, and underlays, and cannot be impeded. So I guess it's flying. After the defense, the target either discards 1 focus token or suffers 2 fatigue. Okay, so range of 3. Kelly is here. 1, 2, 3. The thing doesn't need to move at all. So it's going to shoot from right where it's at. And it's going to try to do 5 damage to Kelly. And she uses an orange die. So we got 1 of everything. So let's see. She's adjacent to a token. So she gets to add 2 successes for that. And this is a lightning bolt. So lightning bolt's going to count as 2. Obviously this counts as 1, and then we'll take a fatigue. So that's 2, 3, 4 block. Kelly takes 1 damage. And then it says, after the defense, discard 1 focus or suffer 2. She has no focus, so she'll suffer 2. And we're going to go ahead and put 1 on this card. And yeah, 1 down here on her regular card. Alright, Faye is done. Next we have the Animus. They're going to move 3 spaces, trying to target Kelly. It's not going to hit anybody. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got to pause. Sorry about that. I received a phone call, and of course my phone is my camera, so I definitely had to pause right away. And this guy just moved forward 3, and then this one also is moving forward 3. And that's our situation. They're next to the lava. My plan of letting them go into the lava is actually working out perfectly, because and now one thing it is saying is there's more enemies coming. So I got to kill these Animus. The Animus are who I need to kill. These other things are just annoying me along the way. And that's saying each hero suffers 2 for each explore token in their area. It's interesting that they're not keeping track that I don't have any anymore. The Animus lifts a boulder in his hand and turns its featureless face towards Varix. So he's going to try to throw a boulder at Varix. And unless he can throw far, it's not going to work. Okay, so obviously we need to kill the wolf. I'm going to look at the wolf real quick off camera, and it's got a weakness against slash. So Cyrus here, unfortunately, has the crush staff and a scar. So he'll take 2 damage to flip this over. That is a slash side. If he did, that would do a tremendous damage to the wolf if I used it, except it's only a 2 damage attack, so it almost works out to be the same. Because usually when you have advantage, it adds +1 damage. So this already does 3, so I'm just going to stay on the crush side. Also, the crush is going to help against the Animus. So Cyrus has to do a melee attack here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to Cyrus the wolf with the crooked staff. After the attack, the enemy's going to shift 1 space towards you and do damage. Yeah, that's the stupid wolf. Thank goodness Cyrus is at full health. And there you can see I rolled a success and a lightning bolt. Now, the lightning bolt just says I can move fatigue from one card to another, and that's it. Yeah, so I'm just going to get two successes. It's not a lot. So I hit the guy for 6 damage, which is great, but now I'm taking 1 back because the wolf stinks that way. And then we're going to go ahead and do it again. And we're going to go ahead and use the crooked staff. This time I'm going to get 3 successes, actually 4, because I can convert one of those advantages into 2 successes if I take a fatigue. So I'm going to do exactly that. That's his empower ability. Sorry. The empower ability right there. So I'm going to put 2 fatigue on him. And then I'm going to... So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's going to be good damage. That's 12 damage. And so it becomes 11 because he blocked 1. And you can see, he only blocked 1. And then, of course, he's going to move and do another damage to me. So Cyrus is down to 5 health. But that second attack was well worth it. And so then we have Galadin here. And I may have screwed up. He has to attack an undamaged enemy with his blade, so he should have attacked first. My apologies. And then Slash actually does super damage against the wolf, so that would have been good across the board. So Galadin is actually going to shift his bow over to the sword side, and maybe we won't do anything yet. He'll go after the maybe he'll go after the bandit who's undamaged right now. Yes. So we're going to have Kelly attack the wolf instead of Galadin. So Kelly will attack the wolf using her hammer. And she attacks with a black die. And there's 3 successes. 1, 2, 3. And that wolf should be dead. And it is. So we got a mineral and a Taros. So the Taros is really good. And of course the wolf is gone. Now Kelly has 3 movement points and an attack left. And here's what blows is the only one she can attack is the bandit, and that's the one I wanted to do for Galadin. But here's my deal. I can't, as much as I want to complete the feat, I need to kill. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward and get the attack in. So I'm going to attack the bandit with the double-headed hammer, and we're going to go ahead and roll. And I need to roll better. There we go. So we got 2 and then 2 advantages. And I will take the 2 fatigue to add 2 advantage. And so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 successes against the bandit. And yes, I'm not going to get my credit for Galadin, but that was well worth it. He's shifting 2 away from the hero, and that means he's going to go this way into the lava. And that means Galadin can no longer hit anybody. So I'm not going to spend my action to flip over to the Bloodwood bow. Or to the blades. I'm going to stay with the bow. I have to. I really do. And I'm actually going to do Varix first. Let's see if we can kill that Fae, because I'm going to use my bow to kill that Fae if I have to. So we're going to go ahead and attack the Fae with the spear. And I know I'm changing my mind, but I didn't go with Galadin yet, so there's no harm done. I got this, which I can turn into 2 successes. And that's it. It's only 4 damage. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and attack the Fae again. Lunar Spear. And I got 1 success and a lightning bolt, which I will turn into 2 more. So that's a little bit better. And of course the Fae is down to 1 health. And now I'm going to go ahead and attack with the bow. And the bow uses blue. And I got 1 success and 1 lightning bolt, which is going to be 2. That should be enough. So the Fae is done, and it's off the board. Excellent. Okay, and then I do have ability. I have movement points, so I'm going to go ahead and move up 1, 2, 3, and just stand behind Kelly. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. With my last action, we're going to attack that bandit. Again with the bow. And I got a success and a lightning bolt. And I'm going to do a fatigue to add another success. And I should have, if I was smart enough, I should have done the prowess thing, which would have taken an... Oh no, I had no more room for more fatigue. I'm totally fatigued out. Sorry. Yeah. And that did 7 damage. We were so close. 6 base damage, 3 from the weakness, but 2 was blocked. But it should die. It will shift 2 away from the hero. So it can move. It can't go this way. It can move 1 this way, and then he'll have to just move that way because the Animus are in the way. So this would have been cooler if they were fighting each other. That's my only gripe about this one. And I'm at the end. So I'm going to end phase. We go to the darkness phase. Everybody's going to get to discard fatigue. So I'm grabbing 1 from everybody's cards. And then, of course, Galadin's got 1,000,000 of them on him. Done. And the bandit is suffering damage, and so he should die. And he does. And so he's off the board. Animus. Going to move 3 spaces to target Kelly. We're out of range. But he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's close. And we're going to interrupt him. It's the orange one. And he can't be afflicted. But I guess he's doomed. Yeah, he's immune to affliction. Okay, so he's done. And then this guy's going to try to hit Varix with a range of 3. And he can't roll defense if Varix is the target. But it won't be. He's going to move forward 2 spaces. And then 1, 2, 3. He can hit Kelly. It is a 6 damage attack, which is not cool. I am going to be able to block 3 of them. And I will. And then Kelly takes 3 damage. That's pretty bad, actually. Alright, we are done. And then it says a band of Uthuk appear. Oh, come on. A bandit, a zealot, and a fae. A bandit, another fae, and a zealot. So what this means is I gotta quit. I gotta kill the Animus. That's what it means. The Animuses need to go down because these guys are just going to keep spawning. And that just blows so many chunks. I can't even tell you how much. Alright, so the... just trying to figure out like which one's where. The graphics on the app is not helping me here. Okay, so the bandit is the one that's spawning here. And then the zealot is spawning in the lava here, and then the fae is there. And the bandit's doing some gesturing. I don't think we really care. The zealot is in the fire, so we're going to inflict and doom him. Okay, so we need to just kill these animuses. That's really the moral of the story. So I'm going to focus on the orange one here, ignore everybody else, and let's just get it done. So this guy gets to move 4, 1, 2, 3. He's got a melee attack. He has to take a scar, so he will. So he went into the lava. And Cyrus is going to do... well, actually, the Animus is completely undamaged. So I can go first with Galadin. Now, I could do the arrows, but arrows against these guys are going to do jack nothing. So I am going to flip over the bow to, to the blade side. And I am going to go 1, 2, like that. And yes, I take a scar, and I'm going to start by using my blades to attack. And I will take 1 fatigue to... A couple of things are going on. I'm going to take the fatigue to use the prowess ability. So if I roll a lightning bolt, I get to add another success. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second one is I'm going to get rid of this antidote potion to get rid of 3 conditions. So those 3 conditions are now gone. And then we're going to go resume regularly scheduled programming. So we're going to go after the orange animus with the mirror blades. And we're going to roll. And I did get I got a success and a lightning bolt. So success, because I got the lightning bolt, that prowess gave me 1. And then the lightning bolt itself normally is just a crappy thing. But on the blade side, during your attack, add 2. If there's no heroes adjacent to you, you get to add 3. Unfortunately, I do have somebody adjacent to me, but I am going to add 2 more. So now that's 4 damage. That's really good. So let's get it done. So there's 12 damage against the Animus with none of it blocked. So excellent. So let's do it again. This is some Steely Dan. We're going to go back, Jack. Do it again. The die is spinning round and round. I rolled it underneath the 3D terrain again. I rolled 2 successes. Thank goodness I didn't use that prowess this time. Actually, I had room for 1 more fatigue, so that would not have been good. Yeah. Only 5 damage that time. He blocked 1. And Galadin's done, but we got him down to 19. So now I'm going to go ahead and attack with him. We got... remember, crush is one of his weaknesses, or it should be. So we're going to go ahead and do a crushing attack. Pun intended. And I got a success and a lightning bolt, so success. And then the lightning bolt is... Yeah, it's just going to be 1 damage. It lets me move a fatigue from 1 card to another, is all I was reading here. So we're just going to do 2. And then sure enough, we found a weakness. So that did 7 damage. 1 got blocked. Let's try again. I got 2 advantages. I'm going to be able to take a fatigue, which turns one of those advantages into 2, and then another fatigue to make it 3. And yeah, so that's 3. And oh my gosh, he's down to 1 health. So there you can see 9 base damage, 3 weakness, 1 blocked. And that blows, because it's not like he's going to automatically hurt himself walking through the lava either. So that leaves next, we got Kelly here. The problem I have is I want her to be able to move. We got to kill the one golem, but I still need to hit the other one too. So what I have to do instead is I'm going to have to use Varix with his spear. I only move 3 spaces, so I can't reach him. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then 3, which makes me take a scar. And then I'm going to have Varix attack him with his lunar spear. Oh, you know what? I could switch him over to his warbell, but I would take a lot of damage because I have my scars on the warbell, on the spear. The warbell is crushing. That would actually have been really good, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and just stay because I got too many scars on it. So 1 damage or 1 hit is all I need. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, he's got 6 armor. Never mind. I will take a fatigue to make it into 2. I did do the 1 damage because the jerk blocked. Look at this. He blocked 5 of them. I did 6 damage. He blocked 5. It is enough to kill him. And he's removed. Alright, so in 1 round we were able to get rid of 1 of them. And my issue is, in order to hit this other one, I need to move 1 more space. And that would be another action for me. So I don't have... So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to spend an action to flip this card. It has one of the fatigue I just took on it. I don't want to doom any enemy. I want to flip to this side, so when I attack an enemy, I get to add 2 successes. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip that over, and that allows me to be more ready. And I can also add 2 fatigue to him, which I will, to use his healing ability. And I'm going to heal Cyrus or Kelly. Kelly is down to 3 health, so I'm going to heal Kelly for 2. So she's up to 5. So we don't have to worry about her dying. And then Kelly now gets to go. And she has 3 movement as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and move 1, 2, and that's 2 scars she's taking. She has 1 card with 4 scars on it, so we're going to be in big trouble if that card ever has to flip. And then we're going to go ahead and double attack with Kelly with the hammer, and she attacks with the black die. And so here she's going to try to do 4 damage as long as she can absorb 2 more fatigue. She can. She is completely maxed out on her fatigue though. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is a massive kaboom for 14 damage. Excellent. And we're going to attack again. I can't add any more fatigue, but I did get the lightning bolt, which is interesting. So 1, and then the lightning bolt is... she needs to be next to something, and she's not. So it just becomes a 2. And there's 5 more damage. So it's down to 17 health. And now I got to hit end phase. This is the usual. So we get to get rid of a fatigue. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with everybody, including Kelly here. Oh, I had a skill. I could have added 2 more successes for Kelly. That still wouldn't have killed him, so we're okay. Galadin, everybody's last one, so there we go. 4 fatigue gone. The Zealot, of course, is taking 4 damage. Okay, we got to survive this. That's really the mission here. So Varix is getting attacked from the bandit, and it's a melee. So the bandit is here, and Varix is way over here. He's moving 3 spaces, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So he will successfully get to attack, but the bandit is also going to be afflicted and doomed because he went into the lava. Resume activate. Okay, so he's going to attack for 5 damage. Varix blocks with a orange die. He blocked 2, so he's going to take 3 damage. He is down to 5. All right, we survived the first one. The Zealot is going after Cyrus. He's going to heal the Animus for 2 health. What the heck? The Uthuk are healing the Animus? What? Where? What? How's that? Okay. I don't like that at all, but okay, so the Zealot, I'm sorry, almost knocked over the camera, has to go after Cyrus. So 1, 2, 3, and he's just in range now. And I will doom him again, because he's doomed again. And yeah, it's a 3 damage attack. So Cyrus blocks with an orange. So he's blocking with 2, and then he could possibly block 1 more, and he will. He will block all 3. So no damage to Cyrus. Done. And then, okay, the Fae is trying to attack Kelly. It's going to move 4 and have a range of 3. And she either needs to discard 1 focus or suffer 2 fatigue. And that's going to hurt Kelly, actually. But so the Fae is going to go, and the Fae gets to ignore this as a special ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it doesn't have enough range to hit Kelly, which is good because this would have killed Kelly. So instead, it's going to hit Varix, which that's not good because Varix is low in health too. But that's who we're going to go after. So Varix is going to block 1, and then this one is going to let him block another, and then he can discard a condition, which means he can get rid of somebody's scar. So he's going to get rid of the scar on his own spear. But he does take 3 damage, which puts him down to 2 health. So Varix is hit hard, and he has to take 2 fatigue, which he has room for. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And he's done. Now the Animus is going to go after Galadin. And before the activation, 1 hero adjacent becomes the target and scars 1 card. So I don't know what it means by becomes the target. Does that mean that it's going to attack that instead of Galadin? Or just that it's going to scar him and then he's going to still target Galadin? That's the part I don't understand. The hero that's adjacent, of course, is Kelly. So I fully understand I'm going to scar Kelly. So she has 5 scars on her. The question then becomes, is it attacking Kelly, or is it going to continue to attack Galadin, which was the original plan? Before this activation, 1 hero adjacent becomes the target and scars 1 card. Okay, that's before the activation. So I'm going to assume that he gets scarred. Then he's going to activate, and then the target is Galadin. That's my logic. So let me know your thoughts on that one. So the Galadin, of course, is only 1 space ahead, so he'll move forward 1 space to there. And it's a 4 damage attack on Galadin, who has a black die and blocked 3 of it, so Galadin takes 1. And he's down to 7 health. And that brings the end of the turn, and we're going to win this. So Animus lifts a boulder, but we're going to take the Animus down, and we're going to go ahead and have Kelly is going to start, and we're going to win. Isn't that what NFL? We're gonna kick off, and we're going to win. We're going to receive, and we're going to win. Okay. Who was that? That was he won a Super Bowl eventually. That was the Seattle Seahawks against the Green Bay Packers, I believe. So 3 successes there for Kelly. So 1, 2, 3, and then she has the ability to take 1. Well, it says test. Would this be considered a test? I'm going to say no. So that's why. So she can't add 2 more successes. So there you go. There's a 11 damage. Let's do 1 more and finish this guy off. There's 2. And then she has room to take 1 fatigue. So she'll take 1 so she can change it to 3. And there it is. 9 damage. Boom. Quest complete. Boom. I just need 1 more minute, okay? Survivors all gather, gasping for breath, wiping the soot from their faces and watching the complex burn down. Did we get everyone? I believe you did somehow. Don't think this means you're forgiven. Now, hang on. I'm a hero. I saved lives. Yeah. Your animus may have slowed the Uthuk attack long enough for us to arrive, but your animus also burned down the building. Your motivations aren't important. Your actions have consequences. Your exile. I assume she is banished. Expelled from both guilds. I'll see to it. Your expulsion is one of those consequences. That hardly seems fair. So burst of the flames, the building collapses, sparks dance into the sky. Well, we're done here. Alright. It's like BLM all over again. Well, it looks like I'll be staying with you at Bryn's house. Should we ask Bryn first? Oh, we don't... Get rid of defund the police. Better to ask forgiveness than permission. That's what I always say. Yeah, Wells Fargo agrees. As the rescued dwarves shout a handful of curses at her retreating figure, Kelly happily marches off to the new home. Alright, so here you can see... I don't even know what all this means. I'm assuming this was all, that's a bar for their feats. It took us almost 5 hours. Yeah, that was a long mission. We got a whole crap ton of stuff. And I'm going to hit continue here. And then I need to get to a spot so I can save. And then I got to go. So on our way home... share bread with a few miners, perfectly circular ingot of iron, and we added 2 taros, which is, I'm sorry, I'll let you read that. We ended up getting 2 taros, which is those rare items. And there we are. Now we're back. Apple orchards, side of the road. Old orc woman arguing with a traveler. Alright, you brigand. Oh, Astara. That's one of the Descent 2nd edition, 1st and 2nd edition characters. That's one of the mages. Orc farmer pours from an earthen jug. Can you believe these prices? Astara. Hello, Cyrus. Where have you been? Looking for you. Well, you found me. Book is extremely rare. Blue Library. I only got to read through it once. She's banned from the Blue Library. Come see me in Frostgate. I'll let you read them. He's got a little house. Still as mad as ever. Mucking with the elemental forces. Never shy from controversial magic. I just want to get to this point so I can save. An event appeared in the city. Can also appear on the campaign map. Alright, so we got an event. I'm not clicking on it. I'm going to go ahead and hit save and quit, and we're going to do this when we come back in the next video. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome.